is Rebecca Glaze, and I did my project, my speech on ending world hunger and the charity Feeding America. On a list of the world's most obese nations, America is ranked number 12, yet 41 Americans are still suffering from hunger and poverty. This might be because some people don't have the same economic opportunity as others, hindering factors like maybe not having a vehicle, maybe not having a place to work, especially during the pandemic. This number has definitely spiked. This is a chart of the world's most obese nations, and you can see America is down here in the yellow, and it's not far off from Nauru, which is number 1. This is how common poverty is in America. These are the percentages of people living in poverty for at least 5 years, and the blue is people living in poverty for at least 1 year. As you can see, the age of people goes up as the chart goes, and people live in poverty when they get to an older age. 25-year-olds don't live in as much poverty as 60-year-olds do. Feeding America is an organization that helps feed Americans who are hungry. It's important to society because they feed people in need, help families during the holiday season that can't afford dinners and things like that, and work to end world hunger, ultimately. This is personal to me because my aunt was a homeless person for more than 8 years. We actually didn't even know where she was for more than 4 of those years, and she spent 6 months in the hospital because of how, altogether in the hospital, not consecutively, because of how malnourished she was after being homeless and being on the street for so long. She still lives in poverty and she still suffers from hunger and alcoholism. We as a family try to help her for as much as we can, but it just leads down a really dark path, and it's almost impossible to get out once you've gotten in. Feeding America makes people happy because it helps people in poverty get the food they need, just like everybody in the world deserves. Everybody in the world deserves to be malnourished and have a happy meal. Feeding America is one of the 4% of charities that actually make a difference in making a dent in ending world hunger and ending American hunger in the nation, which is where it starts. They've had 4 consecutive star ratings by charity evaluators in the nation, and including the number 1 charity evaluator in the nation. They are committed to accountability and transparency, meaning that you're not blindly giving money to somebody you don't know or you don't know where it's going. Like, the money goes where you say it's gonna go, where they say it's gonna go. Feeding America also helps people eat during the holiday season who maybe don't have enough money to be eating in the holidays. You know how the holidays can be expensive. I know my parents spend a lot of money making Christmas Eve dinner and Thanksgiving dinner memorable for me and my family. And some people don't have that opportunity, have that advantage. Food bank volunteer opportunities are open to the public during the holiday season, and people are encouraged to go and help donate and feed people in America who during the holidays can't eat. Food banks help give back to people in need. And whenever you go volunteer at a food bank, it really is life-changing, and it really does open your eyes to things that you have and things that maybe you shouldn't be taking advantage of because other people don't have a lot of those things. World hunger is something that is definitely a problem. During the holidays, it is really hard. I'm sure for families, I know that my mom tries to make it as special as she can for me, but maybe some other girl my age, you know, her mom maybe is living on the street, maybe her dad isn't there, and maybe she's living in a halfway house or something like that, and maybe, like, you know, she sees my posts on social media and she is upset by that, and that hurts me personally because I don't want anybody to be upset. We always invite everybody we can over to Thanksgiving at my house because we never want anyone to feel left out. World hunger is definitely a problem. There are 200 total food banks across America, and that may not seem like a big number, but it is, because they've helped over 40 million people in America, not just over the holidays, but throughout the years. They've helped people get over world hunger. And remember, the number was, they've helped people who are hungry, and remember the number was 41 million people starving in America. So 40 million to 41 million, that's kind of a good number. We can't do it alone. Charity definitely begins at the community. This Christmas Eve, I'm actually going and volunteering at a food bank, and I'm going to be serving soup, I think, to homeless people. And I'm not doing that for me. I mean, part of it probably, you know, makes me feel good, of course, but a lot of it is just because I get to see happy people who maybe don't have the same opportunities that I do, and that makes me feel good. In conclusion, world hunger is definitely the biggest problem that we have as a whole. There's no solving it, but there's definitely help within the community. Starting local definitely leads to bigger things, and Feeding America is definitely something that is local. Help someone out this holiday season, donate to Feeding America, help us give back to the community and help people who are hungry, help people who are in need, because they may not have the same opportunity